What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Will from Will's Wrestling Corner, back at it again with a brand new video. And today I'm going to be doing a video that I did quite a while ago. I want to say over a year ago. In this video, I am going to be doing who I think should dethrone, or really mix of predictions and who I think should dethrone every WWE champion as of today, March 31st, 2025. Now, as you can see, I've compiled a tier list here with each champion for the WWE main roster and NXT. You got Cody Rhodes, Gunther, LA Knight, Braun Breaker, Tiffany Stratton, Io Sky, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Chelsea Green, Lyra Valkyria, Dragon Lee. Yes, I'm even including the speed titles. World Tag, WWE Tag, NXT, NXT Women's, North American, Women's North American, NXT Tag, Heritage Cup, and Women's Speed. Every single WWE Championship, we are going to be predicting who we think either will or should dethrone every current WWE champion. I'm going to try to make this as brief as possible. Try not to keep you guys very long, but also, obviously, this is going to be just my opinion. It will not be the same as yours, so I urge each and every single one of you to leave your predictions for who you think should dethrone every WWE champion as of March 31st, 2025, down in the comments down below. I'll probably revisit this video to see how many of these I got right and how many of these I got wrong. I will also definitely do an AEW run, AEW one in the near future. But let's start off with the WWE Championship, currently held by Cody Rhodes. I feel like this should be an obvious one. I don't know if he's really included in this tier template. I don't think so. No, it does not look like it. But obviously, like, you have fucking Dean Ambrose in this stupid list, and you don't got the GOAT. You don't got the GOAT. We're putting this fucking guy's face in there. Look at this man. Come on. Save. I'm going to save you. We'll go over here to this. I should be able to just add one, right? Oh, there we go. Give me that, give me that, give me that. Ah, there he is. It's got to be John Cena. And if it's not, then what the hell are you doing? Obviously, John Cena should win his 17th WWE Championship and dethrone Cody Rhodes and go on part of this retirement tour as WWE Champion, break Ric Flair's record. That's something I've always wanted to happen. I'd rather John Cena break the record than Charlotte Flair. But in the very case that John Cena loses at WrestleMania, this isn't my official prediction. Obviously, I think Cena will. But just in the very case that Cena doesn't, my other pick would be... where the fuck is he? Randy Orton. Randy Orton would be a very, very, very close second. So we'll just leave that man right in the very middle, because it's pretty unpredictable. They could have Cena they could have Cody be the ultimate babyface, beat John Cena at WrestleMania, or they could pull the trigger on Cena and have him win the belt. So just in the very case that at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes retains, I got Randy Orton. That would be next in line to dethrone Cody Rhodes. Next, we got the World Heavyweight Championship, currently held by Gunther. I feel like, again, this should be another obvious one, and I know we are definitely going to find this man. It is everyone's favorite wrestler at the minute. Show opener Jey Uso. No yeet. I mean, like I said in multiple videos now, this has to be it, right? Jey shouldn't get another opportunity if he's not defeating Gunther. And if he doesn't defeat Gunther at WrestleMania, all this build-up, all this hype is for nothing. If we got to be honest here, like we have to be honest here. Yeah, definitely wouldn't be who I'd want to dethrone Gunther. I mean, all you got to do is follow me on Twitter and you know how much I hate this decision and hate the fact that this match at WrestleMania is happening. But obviously, this is a mix of fantasy booking and prediction, so I got to think with my prediction mind, and it's got to be Jey Uso, who's definitely going to dethrone Gunther at WrestleMania. As unfortunate as it sounds, that's what's going to happen. Then we got the United States Championship currently held by LA Knight. And I know they've kind of been hinting this, but honestly, I would love if this happens. You know what I mean? Jacob Fatu is my pick to dethrone LA Knight and become United States Champion. It would really bring Jacob Fatu more on the up and up as an up and coming superstar in WWE. Definitely a future world champion, WrestleMania main eventer in Jacob Fatu. Whether or not they run this match at WrestleMania or the SmackDown before or the SmackDown after or pay-per-view after, something like that, I feel like this will be an absolute money match, and Jacob Fatu can really solidify himself on his own and win the United States Championship. And, you know, whether or not we have that solo feud with the U.S. Championship also on the line, or if they wait a little bit, you know, have LA Knight go on a little bit longer of a run, let the Jacob solo feud run its course, and then you have Jacob win the U.S. belt. It's all right on its own, you know what I mean? So yeah, why not? Jacob Fatu winning the United States Championship from LA Knight. Next is probably the most difficult to really predict. We got the Intercontinental Championship currently held by Braun Breaker. And this is kind of difficult because there's quite a bit of contenders for who should dethrone Braun Breaker. I can't really seem to pick one. Obviously at WrestleMania, we are hinting at getting a fatal four-way match for the Intercontinental Championship with Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. But I don't know if we're going to get a new Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania. I don't know if that's going to happen. So, my pick, I mean, it's going to be different from that promised Fatal 4-Way match. With even an MJF in this fucking list? What kind of fantasy universe mode draft is this? I got the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. I think Sheamus should dethrone Braun Breaker and get that Grand Slam that he just so desperately wants. And, I mean, why the hell not? I mean, sure, WrestleMania, throw that out the window and everything like that. I don't think we're getting a new Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania, but Sheamus, I think he should, at some point in the near future, dethrone Braun Breaker. Next, for the WWE Women's Championship, we got Tiffany Stratton. Now, I hate to do this. I really do. I don't want to see this happen. I'm pretty sure you don't want to see this happen. But it's unfortunate. I don't want it. I really don't. I'm gonna have to give it to Charlotte Flair. Even if Tiffany Stratton retains at WrestleMania, you know they're just gonna run the match back. They're gonna run the match back with Charlotte Flair, and it's unfortunate, and I hate this, but they're gonna obviously try to give Charlotte Flair the 15, and we're gonna go through another reign with Charlotte Flair. I'm glad everyone is now opening their eyes to just how overrated Charlotte Flair is. The only reason why she has as many reigns as she has is because of her last name. And I keep seeing people on Twitter being like, no, it's because she's very good in the ring. She's very good in the ring, guys. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. No. Just no. Like, stop it. No, it's not going to fucking happen. Charlotte Flair is obviously going to retain, is going to beat Tiffany Stratton at some point or another. Next, we got the Women's World Championship, rightfully held by Io Sky currently. And if I were to pick one, I know maybe some people will like this. Some people might not. I'm going to go with Bianca Belair. And, you know, if anyone besides Io should win at WrestleMania and that big triple threat match with Rhea Ripley also being involved, I think Bianca Belair should be a very, very good pick to dethrone Io Sky, because I don't know about you, but I think the Rhea Ripley experiment should be over. I mean, and I know people are going to say, well, Bianca Belair has a whole lot of moments as well. So, I mean, Bianca Belair stepped out of the main event scene for a little bit. Something unlike Rhea Ripley. Am I wrong? I mean, I'm getting a little sick of Rhea Ripley. And I know that if I say this in a YouTube video, all the Rhea Ripley stands are going to absolutely come for my neck. But I don't care. I don't care. I don't think Rhea Ripley should win at WrestleMania. If anything, I think Io should retain at WrestleMania. But just in the very case that Triple H wants to make Io Sky a transitional champion, I think the very best option would be Bianca Belair in that triple threat match, because especially since Triple H thinks you can't book a women's feud without a championship on the line, then you can have Bianca and Jade or Bianca and Naomi feud for the Women's World Championship. Next, we got the Women's Tag Team Championships. We got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Oh, this is difficult. Man. Not because I think Liv and Raquel are dominant or anything. I definitely fucking don't. But because what tag teams are left? What tag teams, especially babyface tag teams, are legitimately left in the women's tag team division? Oh my god, what are we gonna do? I don't know. I knew there was gonna be a point in the video where I was gonna be like, I don't know. This is a little bit hard. Okay. This is probably going to be the most random prediction in the entire video. I don't know if she's here. Is Lash Legend? Yeah, she is. There she is. Most random prediction in this entire video. I'm going Lash Legend, and is Jakara Jackson in here? Yeah, she is. There she is. I think Metaphor should get called up to the main roster and go and dethrone Liv and Raquel for the women's tag team championships. Whether or not it's by metaphor shenanigans, or whether they book, metaphor that strongly, I think it'd be a pretty good pop if Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson dethrone Liv and Raquel for the women's tag team championships. But in reality, the only reason why I picked them is really by default. But we'll not, discredit metaphor in a way. They're very talented. I really enjoy them. Why not? You know what I mean? Next, we got the Women's United States Championship, as we got Chelsea Green, because everyone really likes to mimic that name. Now, if I did this video a couple of months ago, I probably would have said MrWillym, but that feud really seems to have run its course now. So my pick now, it's probably going to be a bit of a wild card. I don't know. I'm going to go Zelina Vega. I think Zelina Vega is very, very much overdue for a singles championship reign. Zelina Vega is very talented, and it seems like every time WWE wants to give Zelina Vega a little bit of a push, it's like start and stop. Start and stop. And I think that's very annoying, especially considering the fact we really need to properly book these women's mid-card titles. So why not give it to Zelina Vega? I could have gone the very obvious route and said like, Piper Niven, Alba Fire with the whole betrayal angle. But I don't think Chelsea really needs that long of a reign. Give it to Zelina Vega. Give it to Zelina Vega. Next, we got the Women's Intercontinental Championship, currently held by Lyra Valkyria. And it's a bit of a hard one, I do say so myself. If I were to pick one to dethrone Lyra Valkyria, I'd really want someone to really add some prestige, or someone to really, raise their own career. And I think after WrestleMania, this woman gets called up. So my pick is going to be a fully main roster ready Roxanne Perez. Imagine that. Roxanne Perez does the whole AJ Lee thing. Maybe the Raw after WrestleMania, Lyra Valkyria issues an open challenge. Roxanne Perez makes her first match officially on the Monday Night Raw roster. And just like Paige before her, Roxanne Perez wins the Women's Intercontinental Championship in her first match on the main roster. Obviously, I know Paige won the Divas title, not the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I know people are so fucking specific. Why not Roxanne Perez? I think Roxanne Perez would be a very good pick to become Women's Intercontinental Champion, so why the hell not? Next, we got the Speed Championship, and this is going to be like the most I don't give a fuck prediction ever. I really don't care about the Speed title. So honestly, this man has nothing to do. Give it to my boy Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews needs something. This is a former Intercontinental and United States champion, and he is doing nothing. He survived all these releases, and my man isn't doing anything. So yeah, Apollo Crews should be Speed champion. That's all I got to say about that. Next, we got the World Tag Team Championships, currently held by the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar. And I don't know. Like, Raw's tag team division is really lacking, in my honest opinion. If I were to pick one, I almost forget who's all on Raw. I don't know. I am so fucking confused. I mean, I could give it to the Creed brothers. I could give it to the Judgment Day. Could give it to the Wyatt Six. Yeah, honestly, I'm running out of options. I really don't know who to really pick. So, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to give it to the Creed brothers. I think the Creed brothers are going to become the new World Tag Team Championships, especially since they're really dragging the whole American-made thing over. And honestly, the Creed brothers should have been Tag Team Champions already. I mean, I don't know what the hell we're doing in dragging this as much as we are, but WWE really likes doing that. Long-term booking, so whatever. You want to do that? You go right the fuck ahead. Next, we got the WWE Tag Team Championships currently held by the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. And for me, I think these boys should get it again. Where the hell is Alex Shelley? There you are. I think the Motor City Machine Guns should get another go at the belts. I think they should become 2-time WWE Tag Team Champions. Why the hell not? I mean, the Motor City Machine Guns are an amazing team. They should just go all in on this and everything like that. Even if they do this at WrestleMania, Motor City Machine Guns, their first WrestleMania, they get a very good win. I think that'd be a very good pop. I know that it unfortunately make the Street Profits, transitional champions, but you know what? It is what it is. Now we go on to the NXT side of things. The NXT Championship, we got Oba Femi. Now, I wish I could just say no one beats him and he just, vacates the belt. But I don't know. Who dethrones Oba Femi? Who dethrones the king? If they do this again, especially if it's like a triple threat scenario, I think they're probably gonna give it to Trick Williams, tie Samoa Joe, and become a 3-time NXT champion. I think it's very much possible that they do this. Even though I feel like very soon they're probably going to call Trick Williams up to the main roster. But in case they do, I did the same thing for the Undisputed WWE Championship. I should probably do this as well. I think they'll probably give it to Ethan Page. If it's not Trick Williams, I think Ethan Page will also be a very possible contender for dethroning Oba Femi. I think they're two men that could really take advantage and beat Oba Femi, even though I don't really see Oba Femi losing the NXT Championship anytime soon. I think that could very much be possible. Then we go on to the NXT Women's Championship, currently held by Stephanie Vaquer. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give you 2 contenders on who I possibly see dethroning Stephanie Vaquer. The first one, obviously being the former champion, Julia, because a lot of people say, and I kind of agree, the only reason why Stephanie has 2 belts right now is because Julia is injured and she had to drop the belt. Otherwise, I think Julia would still be NXT champion by now. So, obviously, if Julia gets better, I could see her taking the title back. Or, I'm pretty sure I saw her. Yep. I think Jordynne Grace, a little bit down the line, can also very well dethrone Stephanie Vaquer. So, yeah, it could be either one of these women, Julia or Jordynne Grace. Honestly, it would be a pretty good triple threat match somewhere down the line if we see Stephanie defend the belt against both Julia and Jordynne Grace. The 3 big major women's signings in NXT going head to head. I know they teamed together in the past. I know that happened. But I think it'd be very good to see these 3 go at it in a match as well. Next, we go on to the NXT North American Championship, currently held by Shawn Spears, of all people. Who would have thought we would ever say that? And this one's obvious. I think they're doing this match tomorrow, actually, this Tuesday on NXT. It's got to be Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints. I mean, I know that it's been not that long since Ricky Saints has been in WWE, but it's very obvious that Shawn Michaels and WWE themselves see a lot in Ricky Saints. So I think tomorrow we're going to get a brand new NXT North American champion, and his name will be Ricky Saints. The Revolution will indeed be televised. Now we go on to the Women's North American Championship, which is also currently held by Stephanie Vaquer. And this is going to be a bit of a fun one. I know not a lot of people like this lady. And I think they did this match very recently. I don't know. I haven't watched a whole lot of NXT. I think Jada Parker should honestly be it. I think Jada Parker should dethrone Stephanie Vaquer. Get her name value up. I know people on Twitter have been saying things and all that jazz. I don't really pay attention to that bullshit. I think Jada Parker would be a great contender to either beat Stephanie Vaquer, or if Stephanie Vaquer does the Keith Lee route and vacate the North American Championship, being like, oh, I think other people should get the opportunity while I'm too busy defending the NXT Women's Championship. So whether or not, no matter which route I see them pull, I think Jada Parker should be the one to become the next NXT Women's North American Champion. Now we go on to the NXT Tag Team titles, which is currently held by the best tag team in the world today. I don't care what the Slammy Awards want to tell you. Nathan Frazier and Axiom, the team known as Fraxium. Now, I've seen them, and I think it would be great, but also funny. I think the Hardy Boys should do it. I mean, why the hell not? One final tag team run. It's a tag belt that they have never held in their illustrious careers before, maybe sooner rather than later, the Hardy Boys hang up the boots for good. Why not have Matt and Jeff win the NXT tag team titles? Whether or not that means that they lose the TNA belts beforehand, or if they have both belts, who knows? But I feel like Matt and Jeff could be a very good contender to dethrone Fraxium for the NXT tag team titles, because if not them, who else? You got to think about that. Who else would it be? You got to think about that. So I think it'd be a very fun match to see again as well. Then we got the Heritage Cup with Lexis King currently holding the belt. And then the thing is as well, it's not really that important, so I don't really care about my prediction. But I think they're going to run this match back. I think Javon Evans would be a very good pick. Very good contender to do it. And get his name up before inevitably Javon Evans once again goes for that NXT championship. I think he is. I think they're doing a triple threat match at Stand and Deliver. Obafemi, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans. But I don't think Javon's winning that match. So I think somewhere down the line, he could dethrone Lexis King and become Heritage Cup champion. Then we got the Women's Speed Championship currently held by Candice LeRae. I completely forgot this belt exists. But just for the shits and giggles, B-Fab. You go, girl. B-Fab should do it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that will have to conclude my video for who I think should dethrone every current WWE champion. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on, so that way you never miss an upload. Be sure to support the Universe Mode, be sure to support everything like that. Be on the lookout for that CWE broadcast as well. And with all that being said, this has been your boy Will's Wrestling Corner. I will see you in the next video. Be good people, and peace.